I speak against the white supremacists every week, and I do it every day, because they allow me to do that. They're not paying any attention to me. They pay attention to the effect I might have. And the effect that all of the black people throughout the world who are speaking against. There are millions of black people who speak against racism, speak against injustice. But the white supremacists, they pay attention to the effect that a person has. They don't care what you say. They don't care what I say. What they do is say, is it hurting our business?
Okay.
See, it's like any gangster operation. Gangsters, people blow off steam, people demonstrate, people say anything they want to say. The white supremacists allow that. Speak up. Tell me how you feel. They'll say that. And they mean it. Tell me all about how anguished you are, how mad you are about this situation. Write books about it. Get on the radio, and they'll listen. Mm-hmm. And they look and see that nothing changes, that nobody does anything any different from what they usually do. So they say, so what? Let him talk. They don't care.
So are you suggesting...
But if they decide to kill you, they don't really need a reason. They'll just kill you.
Protesting
because they know that... Yes, because they... if they just decide to kill you and you can be standing there not saying a word. You never said a word against racism. You never said a word against anybody. You say that you're a good person and you just want to get along with everybody and all like that. In the system of white supremacy, you're a prisoner of war. And the white supremacists will just kill you just because you're here.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Yeah.
Look at it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they want to kill you, they just kill you. Why? Because nobody's big enough and bad enough to do anything about it, and the record shows it. Yeah. You're born into the world where you have all kinds of problems. The race problem, according to what I've written in the code book, is the biggest problem on the planet, and that you can't solve any major problem without solving that problem first. You might as well just give up on all the other problems between people. Now, you can solve certain scientific problems. That's proven all the time by the inventors and the scientists. But when you start talking about social science, no social science has come up with a formula that has actually solved the race problem. Lots of people have come up with concepts. I have a concept. People have come up with theories. People have come up with all kinds of Bible verses and verses from other religious books and whatnot, but nothing that has actually taken root and really solved the race problem.
Yes.
There's the evidence. We still have it. That's the evidence.
Yes.
So nobody can claim that they have the solution to the race problem. So all people should be doing, white and non-white, trying to solve the race problem.
Yes.
Wherever you happen to be, using whatever is available to you to do so. That should be your assignment,
yes,
the reason for being. The reason for getting up in the morning and going to bed at night and then getting up the next morning if you're still here to do so. Why? Because any problem that you're going to have on this planet, if you're a person of color particularly, is going to be attached to the race problem.
Yes. And one of the
so that should be your priority. You should think about that all the time. There are a lot of things I just simply broad brush. And that is in the code, I just simply say that if a white supremacist has anything to do with it, to the extent that a white supremacist has anything to do with anything, if a white person, and I'm not talking about all white people, but if a white person is a racist, that white person is dedicated to supporting racism. And they have hundreds of ways of doing that. So you should always suspect that anything that a suspected white supremacist is doing, it is to support racism, regardless of how it looks on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what approach they take, how many black people are involved, how many black people are shaking hands and being patted on the back and being approved of or participating in it and all like that. If one white supremacist has anything to do with it, look out. because it means that poison is going to spread. The signs were everywhere when I was around. Colored drinking water, white drinking water, colored theater, colored side of town, colored, you get on the bus, rear seat for colored. That's what it said. Okay, all you colored people, get to the back. You know where you belong. Bus driver will tell you that. All right? You can't sit there, boy. You can't sit there. Get up. Get up and get back there where you belong. And so, you hear that, and the white children get on. The white children sitting there on the front of the bus, and they're giggling. Because they think it's funny. So you just know that you are a person to be despised. You're a little child, but you are something. You are nothing. All right? You learn that real early. But now, if you ask me when I started thinking about writing a code to work against it, because I was always thinking about what the average slave would think about, just running away, trying to find paradise somewhere. Maybe there's some island somewhere here on Earth where I can go where this type of thing doesn't go on. So a lot of young black people grew up thinking that. Maybe if I can leave here, maybe if I can leave this town and go somewhere, and where the white folks are nice. Where they don't, just look at you with, like you shouldn't even be alive. You shouldn't be breathing, because that's how they glared at you every day.
Yes, sir.
Even as a child, what are you doing over here? What are you doing over there? What are you up to? Why do you exist? What kind of thing are you? Get out of my sight. You could see it in their eyes. Not including the way that they would talk to you sometimes.
Yes, sir.
You just understood it at an early age. So I was always thinking that there was some place to go. All right? Because that's natural. You think, well, maybe every place isn't like this. Okay? But it was only when I started looking at it as a global system, I say, oh, okay. Okay. This is the kind of will I've been handed. Okay? And then, actually, it was a relief, in a way of speaking. There's no place to run, no place to hide. Not a hole in a cave somewhere. You can't hide from this. Without being miserable all the time, just trying to hide. And why should you hide? You came here on the planet just like everybody else. Why should you hide? Because you are said to be the wrong color. And you got to hide from everybody. You got to hide your color. You should have been born white. Sorry about that. Because if you weren't born white, you're supposed to be hounded and persecuted and beaten and killed and talked about. And people dream up jokes about you. When I was in the military, during the time, a white person would start telling a joke and then cut the joke off because they suddenly realized that every joke that they had was about black people.
Yes, sir.
They didn't have any other jokes. They'll start to tell a joke that's supposed to be about something else, but there'll be some black people involved, and it's going to wind up being a joke about black people, so they'll just cut off the joke right in the middle of the joke. I became aware of that. You're talking about awareness now. See, so I just said this is a whole global system.
Yes, sir.
It's designed to be against people who are classified as non-white. It's a royal system. So then I started thinking, well, now these are the cards we've been dealt. So put on your battle uniform, and your job, Fuller, is to fight against it. And once I took on that idea, I began to make more sense to my entire existence than I ever had before.
So were you in your 20s or 30s or what?
I was almost 30 years old.
Okay.
Because up till then, I was trying to run.
Okay.
Like a lot of people try to go here and go there trying to look for a better place. Well, you can find some places that are better than others, but that's just like trying to find a better cell in the same prison.